to Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks. I'm, of course, Dr. Kush, along with my barback Kyle. I'm not a real doctor, but I did spend almost 2 decades running some of LA's best bars. After years of teaching classes and training bartenders, I want to demystify the cocktail world for you. Let's try a few new things as I open up my bar to everybody. Belly up, chat, and let's have a drink. Bienvenido a El Dr. Kush's Exotico Drinkos. I am, of course, El Dr. Kusho. Today, the day after we hit Cinco de Mayo, I figured I don't do anything right on time. Everything a little late. We're going to do a tequila drink. What? What are we doing? We're doing a tequila drink on Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks, and tequila drinks on Dr. Kush's Exotic Drinks are the most exotic drinks of all. I don't particularly seek out tequila if I can help it. Bad memories. But today, we're going to do possibly my favorite tequila drink. We're going to be dipping our little toes into none other than the Julio Bermejo classic from the 1980s, the only truly great cocktail to come out of that entire decade. We're doing Tommy's Margarita, but stop. There's more. We're doing it spicy. Yeah! All right. Let's go. Was that a mix between Spanish and French? Yes. Bienvenue, El Doctor Cushman. Exotico Drinke. I don't do any French. Je suis désolé, je ne parle pas français. Very sorry, I speak no French. That's what we're doing today. So hopefully you guys are ready to learn a little bit about Julio Bermejo, one of the forefathers of the modern tequila revolution. If you've ever had a bartender annoyingly continue to push tequila on you, saying it's the only real spirit anymore, you have Julio Bermejo to thank. We're going to talk about him. I'm also going to show you the proper way to get the most flavor out of a jalapeno. So be prepared. Be prepared. Let me say hello to the people. Here is Bonbon. So good. No idea what Bonbon's talking about because I was late setting the show up. So I don't know what you guys said before this one. This is the first thing I'm seeing. I assume Bonbon is just saying, this is a good drink. I assume that's what's going on. Johnny Bandabaker saw some movement in here. You saw me panicked, running back and forth, trying to set up a show that I had all day to set up, but chose to wait until the very, very last moment to get this thing set up. So that's what you saw. Panic. Pure, unadulterated panic. Kyle's laughing. Kyle could have helped. At any point, Kyle could have helped. But instead, he watched me run through the bar, not wearing any shoes. I don't wear shoes behind the bar. Sliding back and forth. Let me say hello to Godzilla the Hun. If you guys need a little bit of sanity in your life, somebody that has the most baseline normal opinion of anybody, Godzilla the Hun. That's the person to ask. Now, if you want a little razzle dazzle, I got Cyrus here. Cyrus all about the razzle dazzle. Cyrus all about, give me 1 second. I got to remember which one it was. Oh, yeah. And Cyrus all about the sounds. It has been a while working so much. Well, welcome. We're glad to have you here. Cyrus, always a pleasure, never a chore. What was that a mix between Spanish and French? Yes, it was a little bit of Spanish-French. Yes, Paul is very excited. Casa. I don't know a lot of tequila brands. Sorry, Paul. I assume that's really cool. Here's Richie the Whiff. We will be shaking with some whiffing cubes, so get ready for that. Very, very excited. What else Oh, Dougie G is here. Dougie G is in the place to be to drink some tequila. Without procrastination, nothing would ever get done. That is exactly right. I am a big fan, huge fan of waiting till the very, very last second to get anything done. Okay, now how do I get rid of this? There it is. Okay. There was a time When I was so broken hearted. There was a time before these modern days. History continues on in a forward march. There is a time well before this time when tequila in the United States was god awful. God awful. It was the same situation that we had during Prohibition with whiskey. Basically, all they would do with whiskey is they would take some kind of grain, maybe. Sometimes it was just like, I don't know, shoe. They would take like an old suit that they weren't using anymore, let the yeast go after it. The yeast would fart out all the ethanol, and then they would sort of caramel it. They put a little caramel color into it, call that whiskey. Whiskey used to be really bad. Tequila used to be the exact same thing. It was awful. I don't even know what they were making it out of. Sawdust, mostly. Worms. I don't know what they were making tequila out of, but they were not making it out of 100% puro de agave. All right? That's a phrase we're going to need to know here in a second. It was a lot of caramel coloring. It was a lot of flavor additives. It was a lot of everything but 100% puro de agave azul, the Weber brand, the Weber type. And people would just serve that. And people would just drink that. And then people would get horrible hangovers. And they would really hurt a lot. People would say, this tequila is making me do horrible things. Well, that's probably because there were actual barbiturates. I don't even know what was in tequila. Well, one man decided to fight against that. Now, Julio Bermejo was the son of Thomas and Erme Bermejo. And Thomas and Erme owned a little Mexican restaurant in San Francisco where a lot of good things come from, it turns out. They owned a place called Tommy's Place, or I guess it was just called Tommy's. There's a Tommy's Place as well, which is annoying. It was called Tommy's. It's Tommy's Mexican restaurant. And inside Tommy's Mexican restaurant, what did they have? They had Mexican food. That's what you keep in a Mexican restaurant. But they also had a little bit of tequila. Just a little bit of tequila. Julio, their son, said this is not enough. This little bit of tequila in here, not enough. We need more tequila. So started building up their tequila wall. Eventually, Julio started to say, we need good tequila in here. We got to get the good stuff. So Julio Bermejo decided, we're not carrying any crappy tequila anymore. What do we need? I'll show you exactly what we need. Julio took one look and he said, we need some of this. Oh my God. Oh, is it going to be too far away? It says right here, 100%. Oh, we got to go up this one. It said 100% puro de agave. Now, for those non-Spanish scholars like myself, that means 100% pure agave, azul. It means 100%. It's made of 100% agave. There's no fillers. It's all made of that stuff. Julio brought in all that stuff. He decided, we're not messing with any of the garbage. So from there, Julio became the first bar in the United States to serve 100% puro de agave in the well. So even their bad drinks were 100% puro de agave. That's awesome. It started this whole thing, and now every time I started a bar, I had to go find a tequila guy because now tequila is like an artisanal situation. The problem with it is, of course, is now Julio has this 100% puro de agave, and he's putting it into bad margaritas. We're trying to hide the taste of the margaritas with some orange liqueur, some lime, some salt, some not all that stuff is bad. The orange liqueur wasn't ideal, but it's pretty good. Julio decided, hey, I got to find a way to show off as much of this tequila as I possibly can. We're spending all this money on good tequila. We got to show the people the good tequila. So he created a cocktail. What did he call it? He called it Tommy's Margarita. Great name. Great name. Who the hell is Tommy? We mentioned him earlier. Thomas Bermejo, married to Ermi. This became such a big hit that it eventually was put on the IBA, which is the International Bartenders Association list of drinks. Just these recognized drinks. Became the first ever site-specific drink ever put on to the IBA. So, if you go down to like the Whataburger and you get the Whataburger slushy, that eventually turns into an IBA cocktail. Well, that would be the second one. But Julio created the Tommy's Margarita, and it became the first ever site-specific drink to ever show up on the IBA. That's a big, big deal. Julio is still out there doing all kinds of fun stuff with tequila, doing great stuff. Anyway, we're going to make his margarita. However, we're also going to make it a little spicy. So get ready for that. Basically, this drink is going to be a margarita, but it's going to be let me do that again. This drink is basically going to be just a margarita, but we're only using a few ingredients, and every ingredient in here is meant to bump up the tequila and sort of keep out all the other flavors. So that's what we're doing. We're making Tommy's spicy margarita / a skinny margarita. So you're gonna need something like this. Now, you don't have to use a clear glass one. I am gonna use a clear glass one because I want you guys to see sort of what I'm doing inside of this glass. We're gonna start here by taking one of these. We've all seen one of these before. Some people, the Canadians, this is a Canadian thing. They call them jalapenos or jalapenos. I've heard them call them jalapenos. This is to the Mexicans. This is called a jalapeno. A jalapeno. That's what we're looking for. It's got a little spice to it. Most of the spice is going to come from the seeds. We don't want most of the spice. We're going to prep this this jalapeno real quick. We're going to start here. Let's get this camera here instead. We're going to start by cutting off a coin or two. So we're going to take that and we're just going to cut. This is a coin. When anybody says we need a jalapeno coin, this is what we're looking for. A coin. Circular like that. That's what we want. We're going to cut 2 little coins here. And then in order to get the spiciness, put that off to the side. In order to get the spiciness or the flavor of the jalapeno without getting way too much spiciness, you see in here, all of these are all seeds. We don't want those. We do not want seeds in our jalapeno. So we're going to go ahead and take this, move it here, and we are going to just sort of shave off the side here. We're going to follow the little white bits in there. Follow that right there. Let's move this back just a touch. There we go. Just get one good shot of it. There we go. And then what we're left with is a couple things. Get all of it out of here. I'll use this for dinner or something. Okay. What we're left with is this. We all see this little guy. This little guy has got a couple things going wrong for it. First of all, it's mostly seeds, right? Mostly seeds and stem in here. This is all seeds. We don't want any of those seeds. But also this white part in here, this is all the bitter part of the jalapeno. We do not want the bitter part of the jalapeno in there. Instead, we want all of this nice green bits, all of these beautiful green bits of jalapeno. Now, we don't need all of this, but I cut all of it anyway. Move some of that off to the side. What we want, we're going to take this guy right here. We're just going to toss it right into our glass. Maybe 2. You know what? We'll toss 2 in there. Perfect. Now, put this away. Reminder, Kyle, please remind me. I have to wash my hands before I take my contacts out. Otherwise, I will die. This is what we got in here. Now we need to make this drink a little spicy. So we need to make the liquid in it spicy. Well, how do we do that? Well, first of all, we have to put liquid in there. Just put that away. We're going to take this lime right here, and we're going to cut the lime in the proper way that we know how to cut a lime in order to get the most juice out of it. We're going to start here. We're just going to slice right down that way. We're going to find our middle section here. This is really bumped over. Oh, that's way better. Oh, look at that framing. Cinematography awards flying in. Cut that right there. Looking great. Then I'm going to take this and we're going to squeeze by hand. We're going to throw that in here. What we need is 1 ounce of some lime juice. So that's why we're using this method to get all this in here. We're going to go ahead and drop that in. Oh, yeah, look at that. There we go. Here we go. Looking good. I assume this is going to be about 1 ounce. Oh boy, look at all that. All that looking good. Okay, now, oh God. Kyle, I need you. Kyle, if you could please send in some sort of thing to like wash my hands with, maybe like a wet towel. Thank you. It's just I had to talk to Kyle real quick. Okay, we got this in here. Now we're gonna take the largest of these lime coins right here. We're gonna drop that in here too. How come? I've touched my nose and now it's over for us. How come? Why are we putting this little lime coin in here as well? Well, we want those lime oils on the outside, and how else are we going to get those unless they're in there? So take our muddler, and we're just going to muddle this right up. Now, guys, stop. If you've already started muddling, stop what you're doing. I need a nice, calm muddle. I do not want to see anything broken up in this glass. You should be able, if you're doing this right, you should be able to take out the full jalapeno coin from here without having it broken even a little bit. That's the right way to do it. All right. We don't want this thing to be, or the jalapeno strip, I suppose. If you're doing this right, you should be able to pull out this full jalapeno strip without having any of it broken up. If it starts to break up, you're in some trouble. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate. Oh gosh, it is wet and it just sprayed all over me. Appreciate you, pal. You're the greatest. Put this in. I have wet pants. All right. So we want to grip our muddler up here, nice and easy. All right. Then we want to get in here and we're just going to slowly turn. Maybe this is the camera. Oh yeah, that's the camera. Right there. Oh boy. We're just sort of suggesting that maybe that jalapeno releases its oils to us. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Don't worry about it. We're good friends. Just release your oils. Oh, yeah. How does that feel? Feel pretty good. Just release those oils to us. Yes. Okay. All right. Good. Just nice and easy. A spicy marg should take you a minute. Shouldn't be able to just throw these things down. There we go. There we go. We're just trying to get all of that flavoring out of the jalapeno without it becoming a spicy, an overspiced mess. All right, that's pretty good. Feeling good right there? Okay, now what we have in front of us is some spicy lime juice. We need to continue on. What are we going to sweeten this with? Well, if we know what tequila is made out of, 100% Pulo de Agave, Blue Weber agave, well, then we know that the sweetness that makes the little yeasts eat in tequila is going to be some sort of agave syrup. Well, hey. What if we just use 100% blue agave syrup like this to now use the flavor of the agave to help sweeten the agave? That is going to give us a full agave experience. And that was Julio's dream. When Julio went to bed at night, what he would hear was, this is what he would hear. He would hear, hey, buddy, hey, don't worry. You're doing great. Just remember, release your oils, and we need one full agave experience. Not positive how he got to sleep ever. Either way, we need to get our agave in here. This is our 100% puro, 100% puro de blue agave. That blue agave is important. We're going to be putting in ½ ounce of some agave syrup. Really nice. People ask, why is this called a skinny margarita? Well, I don't know. Well, because the agave has a different glycemic index, higher or lower, please don't ask. I don't know. But your body is able to absorb agave syrup better than it's able to do things like simple syrup or orange liqueur. So technically, this is a nicer version for your body. This is a better thing for your body to absorb. Is that completely true? And am I just making this up? Did I listen to somebody say this a while ago and it just stuck? Have I done the research? I have not done the research. So if I'm wrong, you let me know. But that's what I think. It has a, okay, Bonbon is saying it has a lower glycemic index. And that is the way to go. Silly question, is agave syrup and agave nectar the same thing? Oh boy, we have reached the pinnacle of my knowledge of agave. What does this one say? This is just a blue agave. Loco pinas, of course, where the pinas are in there. The result of the Kirkland signature blue agave is to sweeten your drink. Oh, this says organic blue agave nectar. Says it's the nectar. So we're using nectar today. I have okay. Let me. Oh, okay. This is my opinion. Do I have a graphic for opinion? Let's see. Oh, you know what? This is a hot take. Agave nectar is the stuff before you put water into it. Agave syrup has the water in it. That's a Kush hot take. I don't know. I half an ounce of whatever comes in the bottle. If it says nectar, use nectar. If it says syrup, I assume that there's some water in it. That's a Kush hot take. Okay. Next thing we need to do is put our tequila in here. What tequila are we using? We're using Camarena. Camarena. Why are we using Camarena? Because tequila doesn't mean that much to me, and it was on sale. So even though it's on sale, it does say 100% puro de agave azul. That means that it is 100% agave. They're not putting any extra sweeteners, any extra anything. The color that we're getting from this, all this stuff, that is from the time it's spent in a barrel. This is a reposado. It is not a gold tequila. Gold tequila is not 100% puro de agave because they're going to put in things like caramel coloring. Oh, Richie the Whiff says nectar is generally not processed, better known as raw, the sun god. Yes. Generally, that sounds right. Generally, I don't have any idea. So please don't ask me any more tequila questions. As Pee Wee Herman always says, dang, where is that one? Oh.
Please save your questions until I'm through.
Save your questions until I'm through and gone, and then I don't have to answer the questions. I don't know. I'm telling you, the stuff that I know, and the stuff I don't know, I will always tell you I have no clue. I don't know what the difference between all this agave stuff is. We need 2 ounces of some tequila. I prefer reposado. I think that the Blanco would be good, and I think you're kind of wasting your money if you're putting in añejo. It's also going to be a little sweeter with añejo. So my preference would be put in 2 ounces of some reposado tequila. Feeling really good about that. I'm feeling extra good about this, as a matter of fact. So thank you, Camarena. We're going on sale. That helped me out a lot. Again, I don't care that much about tequila. I wish I did. I know that all my fellow bartenders are all up in their arms about, bartenders that don't care as much about tequila as everybody else, but I just don't care that much about it. I like rum. Okay, we need to put in some ice. There we go. Ice in Spanish is, of course, called iso. Just kidding. It's called helado. We need mucho helado. Always. Siempre. Siempre necesitamos mucho helado para los bebidos. Shaco. We remember earlier when we did that whole really lightly pressing the stuff. The worst thing you can do now is then shake this thing until it's dead. That is not what we want. We want a nice, easy shake. All we're trying to do is sort of get this thing awake. Maybe one of these, maybe just like a whip shake, like this. I'll show you that from the side. Pretty good angle. And this one's so filthy. Oh, well, we'll work on it. Nice, easy shake, folks. Nice, easy shake. We don't want to break that up. We already spent all that time not breaking up that jalapeno. We don't want to now break it up at the last second. Grab our glass. We want to serve this over 1 cube. Happen to have one right there. Go here to here. 1 cube. Excellent. We want to strain out all of that stuff we have in here. So we're going to do what's called a double strain. Yes, Kyle says punch it. Punch it. Yes. We want to go ahead and double strain this. A double strain means we're going to be using this tea strainer as well. We should not have broken up bits in here, but sometimes we're stronger than we think. Sometimes we are. It's a good motivational thing. Remember, you're stronger than you are, folks. So you might have bits running through here. So we're going to double strain. Keep everything out of there. And then you can pull this little move. What does that move do? It draws attention to you. The moment you do that, everybody stops and says, "What's that noise?" And then they look at you. Other than that, it moves the ice just a little bit. Okay. Remember earlier, we set this whole thing up so that we would have these little coins. Well, now we have coins. We're going to take a coin here. We're going to take some of this stuff off of this. Move all that. Grab this. And we are going to just slice one of these coins right. Oh, let me move my hand. Let me get this all going. There we go. Slice one of them right there. We're going to put this right on there. Look at that. A easy classic cocktail. A new modern classic. I believe new modern classics deserve to be on the spinner, so we will. Just throw that there. There we go. This is a new modern classic created by a guy named Julio Bermejo. Julio Bermejo, of course. Julio Bermejo, of course, the son of Tommy and Ermi. Is that her name again? Oh, I forgot the name. Give me 1 second. Elmi. Ermi. Stupid name. Elmi. Tomas, and Elmi Bermejo. They started a restaurant called Tommy's. Julio came in and absolutely killed it with his tequila selection. It is now known for not only its great Mexican food, but also one of the largest selection of 100% puro de agave tequilas outside of Mexico. This right here, an amazing new classic. If you are ever looking for a great way to make an easy margarita, if you're ever in the mood for a margarita and you just, I don't know, you only have 3 ingredients, boy, this is the way to go. Add a little jalapeno to it, a little spice, and that is going to make this thing perfect. You will be using your good tequila for this because you are going to be tasting your tequila in this. Give this just one more little, I'm just going to get it so it comes like that. Oh, yeah. Sí, Esperdad. Bienvenido a la Dr. Cush's Exotic Drinks. This right here, we can spin it like this too, I suppose. Not quite the visual that the last one was, but still spins a little bit. Okay. All right. In the, the 1 second. There's a great, you know what? You guys got a second? It was Pancho Villa. Last words. Damn it. Oh, yes. Oh. Pancho Villa. I'm gonna mess this all up because I'm not gonna be able to say it in Spanish. Pancho Villa's famous last words as he was dying were this. He said, "Tell them I said something." Oh boy. See. This is really good. Not too spicy. A little spice. Not too sweet, a little sweet. Not too limey. There's some lime in here, obviously. What you're really getting here is a lot of the tequila. My tequila was on sale, and that always makes tequila taste just a little bit better. So highly recommend the Tommy's Margarita. This is a 2-1/2 or a, it would be a 1-2-4, a 4-2-1. That's a 4-2-1 cocktail. Really kind of way to go. My goodness, this makes me happy. Just, you're tasting the jalapeno, but you're not being blown out by the spiciness. You are feeling all that tequila. Perfect cocktail. Way to go, Julio. If you ever want to be on the show, you're welcome. We would love to have you. We're at the same time zone and everything. Let me see. What are people saying? Never hurts to put, let me say hello to Butopia. Never hurts anything to put a little Grand Marnier in there. Absolutely. You can put a little Grand Marnier in that, and then you have a Cadillac Tommy's Margarita, and that's a lot. You got a lot going on. Godzilla the Hun, definitely not a huge fan of tequila, but damn, that looks delicious. Damn, that looks delicious. I plowed through way too much Jose when I was young, and it turned me off. Yeah, so just so you know, he's talking about Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo is definitely not 100% puro de agave, right? They put it even on there. They put gold tequila. All that goldness is, it's not the age, it's not the time spent in a barrel. It's none of that stuff. It is caramel coloring. I think it was, which one was it? Was it Godzilla that told us it was the E50? I don't remember the numbers or the letters, but something right around there. One of those weird things. Okay. We had a couple people that told us, Richie the Whiff says, I would suspect nectar would be less concentrated and thereby less sweet. Maybe. I guess that does sound right too. I said I went the other way. But maybe the syrup has more sugar added to it, and then the agave nectar is the syrup part. I don't know. I do these. I talk to you guys about rum because I know a lot about rum. I talk to you guys about old cocktails because I know a lot about old cocktails. I almost never give my opinion on tequila, and that is the difference. Okay, they both contain the same plant extract and work as alternative sweeteners. The difference is that the syrup is a processed consumer-ready product containing pure nectar. Okay, we learned. I would trust Paul, and I would trust Rich. Hello, Amy Beer. Thinking about making it with a mezcal or a split base. Absolutely. This would be an amazing cocktail with a split base, or just going full on espadín or something insane like that. I would say you are good to go there. Really, this sort of base with anything, you can make it. So I think you're in a good spot. I think honestly, Amy, if you do that, please take pictures and let us know, because a little bit of the smokiness will go well with the spice, and you'll be hanging out. The money shot is there. It's a floater. Okay, I think that's what we got. Or was Bonbon requesting that your ASMR whispering was lower, deeper tone? I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure out the ASMR. I do think that ASMR bartending would be annoying. So, okay. Oh, and wash the cutting board. I will also wash the cutting board. Okay, guys. This is great. Drink this. Let me remind you about the rest of the week. So I am not here tomorrow, and I'm not here Wednesday. What does that mean? We are back here Thursday. And what are we back here on Thursday for? Tiki Tom retires. We are doing a Tiki Tom retirement party. He is not officially retired until this Thursday when I release him. You guys, it's just like those teachers in high school. You're not free until I say you go. The bell doesn't release you. I release you. Until that day, Tiki Tom is still in the workforce. So please show up for Tiki Tom's retirement party. That is on Thursday. On Saturday, we had to, due to a rain delay, we had to postpone the Kushtucky Derby. That comes this Saturday. I have completely forgotten to send out horses. I will start to ask you all what your horses are. If you get an email from a strange person, or check your if you're a patron person, please check your Patreon messages. That's most likely where I'm going to send them to first. But we will be doing the Kush-Tucky Derby, the third annual Kush-Tucky Derby. So show up for that on Saturday. We will see if DCW Clark can contain her title or whether it will go to somebody new. Please, please, please. I know that I took forever. Please respond to me as fast as you can so I can get these horses in. That is that, my folks, my friends, my amigos. Mis amigos, gracias por todo. And remember, tell them I said something. I will see you guys back here on Thursday for Tiki Tom Retires, and then back here on Saturday for the third annual Kush-Tucky Derby. What do we always say whenever we hear that the Kush-Tucky Derby is coming? We say, yes. And sometimes we have hot takes. That is all I got for you guys. Remember that.
When did you discover that you were so beautiful?
You guys are all beautiful, and just ask yourselves.
Are you Dr. Jinga Janga?
And then also tell yourselves.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay. Why don't you take a picture? It'll last longer.
To alcohol, the cause of and solution to all of life's problems.
My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
Wow.
That's all I am. Just a regular human bartender.
Elmo's not going to drink this piss!
What did you do to my drink?
It's a floater!
Could you wire me a bus ticket? I'll pay you back, honest.
I don't know anything, but that's not what we're talking about.
Well, maybe.
Goodbye. Goodbye.